What's up, Indonesia? This is Destiny Rogers. Check out my interview on CreativeDisc.com, the #1 music website in Indonesia.
Hello, city listeners. Welcome back to Creative Disc exclusive interview. My name is Dundhee Yuwono, and today we're about to get to know a little bit more, better one, and of course, a great one. Musician that embraced the tomboy side of her with the viral single Tomboy. So here with me now is Destiny Rogers. Hi, Destiny. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. It's exactly in the morning today in
Oh, it
Indonesia,
is the
but
early one.
yeah, I'm hanging in there with some cup of coffee. It's
Hey,
okay.
there you
It's
go.
cool.
Thank you for waking up early. I know that's tough.
It's okay. It's okay though. So, how's the quarantine life for you so far, Destiny? I know that we've been in a quarantine for more than a year, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's definitely been tough, especially right in the beginning where nothing was open and you couldn't leave because we had curfews out here. So it's like we couldn't
Right.
leave at certain times. We had to stay indoors at all times. And it was tough in the beginning, but as time went on, they kind of lift some of the restrictions. So you're able to go out and eat outside at a restaurant. You're able to, go to the beach and stuff. When
Mhm,
before you couldn't even go to the beach. You couldn't go
mhm.
on a run without, like cops finding you and telling you to go home. So like it was tough in the beginning, but as time goes on, it's been kind of like the new normal. Not normal like we wish it was, but
A little
it's
bit
it's the new
normal.
normal. So yeah, it's the new normal. So it's yeah, it's getting better as time goes on.
Right. So, during this quarantine, the thing that what is it, pick the most is bored session. I mean, like everyone's getting bored. We do a lot of things inside their house, right?
Right.
Do you
Right.
feel that too?
Yeah, like I started cooking more. I
Wow.
Yeah, I started cooking more and I started like drawing and like painting and stuff and
Wow.
coloring.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know why, but I was like, I need a coloring book. So let me go. So like literally I would just color like flowers and stuff. Dude, I don't know what it was, but yeah, that's what I was getting into. And
but
eating obviously a lot.
but most of the people say that coloring makes us more relaxed. Is that true? Do you feel that way too?
Um Quarantine making us feel more relaxed.
No, I mean the coloring thing, the
Oh,
coloring
coloring,
some.
yeah, definitely. I think like coloring, yeah, I think that's why I enjoyed it in that time because it's like there was so much going on in the world. We were all stressed, but
Mhm,
like it just kind of took my mind off of something and like made me focus on, you know,
mhm, mhm.
coloring.
So you say that all of those things keeping you busy during this quarantine and keep you out of the boredom, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Destiny, let's get to know you a little bit more. I know that you are from Lido, a city in Northern California, right? You love
Yeah.
to skate. You
Yep.
also love music since you were a kid, I reckon, and you have had busking for a few years too. But
Yeah.
why pursuing music in the first place, Destiny?
Woo, good question. I think for me, I kind of always knew I wanted to be a musician and a singer ever since I
Mm,
was young because
mm,
my dad is sang in church a lot. So I was born and raised in church. My dad sang and he plays drums and piano and stuff. So
right.
I was kind of already around music and I just adapted to it. And when I was about 10 years old, that was when I was like, dang, like I want to do what my dad's doing. You know what I mean? Like I want to perform in church too. So my dad he let me sing and play in church with him and all of that. So that's how I kind of started getting my practice and really learning about music and reading music and
Mm,
learning different songs. So church was where I got all my practice. But to actually pursuing a career as an artist, I wasn't until like I was like probably like I was like 12 or 13. Like I was young. I knew I wanted to be a star. I knew I wanted fans. I knew I wanted to make my own music and sing in front of thousands of people. And I just think like obviously with time and working hard, like you said, busking, I would go out in the streets of LA and busk because I knew LA was the city where there's people that could, potentially notice me and give me like a connection to something, So that's mainly why I went out to LA was because there was a lot of people that were in the music industry and could potentially help me. So I busked
mhm.
when I was 16. I did that for a couple years and then finally when I was 19 I had the chance to move here.
Wow.
And yeah, we out here.
That's a great. I mean, that's a great journey to be a musician as you were today. I mean, like you inspired by your dad. You
Yeah.
pursuing music after that, and you busking in Los Angeles. I mean, like, how do you feel if you're looking back from then until now? How do you feel about that journey so far that you had?
Oh my gosh. It's like, it's crazy because I think of it as, so I have a niece. My niece is 13,
Right.
and I look at my niece like she's a little kid because they're little kids. But when I was 13, I had such big goals and I wanted to take over the world at such a young age.
Right.
And so it's kind of like, holy crap. And like, I'm 21 now. And obviously, like, I've definitely come a long way since, but I'm
Mhm.
still not there yet. So
Yeah.
I'm still working. My mindset is still the same from when I was 13 to now, but it's just like I've accomplished a lot of things. Like my main goal was I got to move to LA. Boom, I moved to LA when I was 19. All right, I got to get signed when I was 19. I got to, make my own music. So it's like it all came in orders, but that's also because I never gave up. I pushed those entire years of my life from a kid to a young woman.
Mhm.
And, it's just like, it's, it's crazy. It's like when people ask me this, it's kind of like, I want to get emotional talking about it just because it's like, it's crazy how the universe works. It's like you're really meant to do this, and it's
Yeah.
because you never gave up. It
Yeah.
happens to everybody.
Yeah.
So
I believe that too, because whenever you put out there and you, what is it, like keep in mind on those goals, you will achieve it someday, right?
yes, absolutely. Yep. You can't give up, and you gotta think of a plan and a process, and
True,
work every step up until you're there.
true,
For
true,
sure.
true. So
Yeah.
Desni, before the interview, I usually stalk through our what is it, like artist Instagram or social media, and you
Okay.
are quite active on your social Instagram and also TikTok. I mean,
Yeah.
do you feel it's a duty to keep your fans update, or you just love doing it?
Well, it's both. I love doing it, and also like since we are like in quarantine and like still
Right.
not able to do a bunch of stuff, it's like, okay, what day am I going to go out? Okay, I'm going to the beach this day. Let me post this day. So it's at least like, I can still keep my fans. My fans are obviously bored too. All my followers are bored too. So it's like, let me keep them engaged as well, along with myself. And I even love reading the comments. Like I love reading the fan love and all the supporters, it makes me feel good and makes me excited to post something next. So I love being active, and I also just love posting because I just
Yeah.
love reaction. I love it.
And they love all of your posts actually, because I stalk the comment and they keep like commenting to I love you and etc etc. But
Yeah.
the thing that I am surprised on your social is your obsession with Blackpink.
Oh yeah.
What? Why? How? Can you explain that to me? I mean, like, I never imagined that you with your, what is it, like, appearance, with your music, with the love of skating. I mean,
Yeah.
you fall in love and obsessed with Blackpink.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, so it's funny. I'm gonna bring up my niece again. Like I said, my
Okay.
niece is really young, but my niece is a huge fan of K-pop, like
Right.
BTS, Got7, Blackpink, Red Velvet, like all like she only listens to K-pop, and
Wow.
I'm like, what are you listening to? Because girls in California, the West Coast, like they listen to like everything that's in the U.S. and everything. So it was like kind
Mhm.
of like brought to my attention, like, oh, okay, like let me take a listen. So I listened to it and I was like, oh, this is different, but it's dope. My best friend is also a huge Blackpink stan.
Right.
So it's like, I also have her saying, yo, I gotta put you on. I gotta put you on like Blackpink. And I'm like, okay. So I would watch their music videos and I'd listen to their music and I watched their Coachella performance and everything
Mhm.
like that. And I was like, damn, I'm like, these girls are insane and they're so talented and beautiful. I'm like, wow. So that's kind of when my stand started happening, and then I obviously everybody has their favorite members, and mine was Lisa, and
Right.
this was before she even did the dance video. So like I always told told my friend, I'm like, dude, Lisa, like Lisa this, Lisa that. And then when the video happened, obviously I lost it. And yeah, it was crazy, but I've always been a fan of Blackpink, but now that Lisa knows about me, there's a connection there. to where I'm like, I need to get to know these girls now. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, who are y'all? You know, it's like, I want to be friends now.
I want to hang out with y'all, right?
No, I'm like, you guys got to come to America. I got to hang out.
So Destiny, let's talk about your TikTok. Congrats on your viral song, by the way, Tomboy, which
Thank
already
you.
reached more than 50K play on TikTok, more than 26 million stream on Spotify, and almost 20 million views on YouTube. I mean, that's a great numbers right there, right? That's so
Yes.
dope. How do you feel about it?
Okay. I obviously am so happy that it's Tomboy, because Tomboy came out 2 years ago.
Right.
And that was the first song I ever put out as an artist, and even being signed to a major record label.
Right.
So, and that was also one of my first songs and only songs that I have that tells everything about myself. I'm a boss in a man's world. I'm a tomboy, but woman empowerment, you know, that's the message that I'm trying to share. So there wasn't any other songs that I have out, you know, after that, that kind of touched that message and was really powerful like that.
Yeah.
So the fact that Lisa did that and brought it back to life was kind of like, holy crap, people are loving it. Maybe this is the record that, you know, could break, you know, and I'm so happy that it's Tomboy, because it's such a personal song to me. And the numbers are still going up, you know, no one's sick of it yet, you know, so it's like every day it keeps going, it's climbing and climbing and climbing. And I'm just so happy that it's Tomboy.
The thing that I love about Tomboy though is the honesty that you put through the lyrics also, right? And when I listening to your song, it's kind of like I got a hit with the lyric. My mama said marry a rich man, and I was like, Mama, I'm the rich man. It is so savage yet so true. I mean, like there are so many parents out there who wish that their daughter marries a rich man. Still nowadays, right?
Right.
So what do you think about it? Do you put the lyrics on purpose because of your own experience, or you just like try to embrace or encourage a lot of daughter out there to be the rich man?
Yeah. So I think I've never been through that. My mom has always been like, you don't need no man, like you can do it yourself. My mom's very independent, so I was raised on like my mom telling me like, you don't need no man to do this. Like, you got it. Go do it. Go get it. You know, so I think it's, you know, for the people that, like you said, that can actually embrace it and that have actually probably been through something like that. But it's also a quote by Cher where she has said it in an interview. So I had remembered the quote that she said, and I'm like, yo, it'd be dope to put that in. So that's already something that's been said before, but never been in a song. And it's an old interview from like the 90s or the 80s. It was a long time ago. So I just took those words, put it in a song, and brought it to life.
Right. Because like I said before, these days still a lot of parents wishing their daughter to marry a man, a rich man. I mean, that's what is it? That's that thing makes me like bothers because hey, girls also have a opportunity as big as a man. Girls can reach too, right? So, Destiny, I mean, let's continue with next question. You already like released 2 EP, if I'm not mistaken, Tomboy and also Great Escape, right? And bunch of singles, bunch of collaboration, though, and um, we know that Tomboy is now become a viral hit on TikTok, and recently you collaborate with Lost Kings. I also love that song called "Runaway."
Thank you.
It's my gem now. It's so great. So what's next for Destiny Rogers in 2021? I know that we are still in March in 2021. So what's the plan here?
Well, dang, you guys are definitely getting another project that's already in the works. So the project probably be coming out probably like I'm gonna say probably May, June. That's my guess estimate. So pretty soon we're getting the songs already, but be expecting a new song like very soon, like very, very, very soon.
Okay.
It's good, and it's a good one.
Okay. Song it is in May or June. Will there be like another EP or probably another album, a debut album of yours? I don't know.
I definitely. So it's definitely going to be an EP. This project's going to be an EP. But when I'm thinking of, I want to put out an album when the world's good, so I can tour it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So this will be an EP, but this next single I'm putting out is going to be a single for the project. So
yes, I can wait. I can totally wait to.
Thank you.
Here in Indonesia also because I saw on one of your interview and you dying to come to Asia, right?
Yes.
You're dying to come to what is it, Philippines, Japan, and perhaps Indonesia will be your top of the list in the tour in Asia, right?
Hey, you know it. Yep, you already know. I got
Okay.
it all. I got my list ready. I'm ready to go.
Yes, of course. Because I know I also learned that last year you have already planned your tour, your debut tour, but COVID ruined everything. And
Yeah.
I hope that you come up with a lot of music and come up with a great show after this pandemic so that all of the people know you more. So
Thank you. Me too.
speaking about knowing you more, if I ask you to describe yourself into three things, I mean like a lot of things. I mean it can be like place, it can be a thing that you
Mm.
can use. What would it be and why?
I think definitely unique. I feel like
Right,
I'm very unique.
right.
I would say definitely a boss. I'm very confident
Oh,
and
okay.
I don't let shit fly. And three, probably also sensitive as well.
Wow.
I think I would go with that. I'm a boss, but I'm sensitive. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
the perfect combo. It's like, yeah, I confront that I'm this like tough girl and I don't let anything under my skin, but it's like, no, like words hurt me. I'm also a girl. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So I'd probably say, yeah, unique, a boss woman and sensitive. As of right now, top of my head.
But that's a great combination. I mean, like a boss should be a little bit emotional to feel what is it like the coworkers feeling to embrace their feelings too, right?
Exactly. It's impossible to not have feeling if you're a boss. Like you need to have
Yeah,
emotion, you know?
yeah.
It's just
That
natural.
that's so true. So,
Yeah.
Destiny, we already learned that you paved your way to where you are right now in a great journey, right? But for the person that's still struggling to make their way to get their life goals right now, what would you want to say to them?
I think as simple as it is, never give up. Like I was saying previously about my story, it's like if you have a goal, you got to think of a plan and you need to know, okay, the things that you need. If you need to save up money.
Yeah,
You know, if it's music, write music all the time, learn songs, learn an instrument, go on YouTube. That's how I learned it. Literally go on YouTube and learn how to play something. That's how I
yeah.
learned how to play instruments and
And it's
singing. Like
free. And it's free, right?
on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, you know, whatever your goal is, music, being an artist or a chef, I don't care, whatever it is, don't give up
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, there's success at the end of the road. Trust me, you just have to work hard and stay motivated.
hmm hmm
That's about it.
That that's a great conclusion for this interview. So to wrap up this interview with those never give up quotes, is there any message to your Indonesian fans who happen to watch this video or listening to the podcast, Destiny?
I'm sorry, you broke out. What was that? I'm sorry.
Is there any message to your Indonesian fans to happen to watching this video or listening to the podcast?
Is there a message I have to say to them?
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, frick. Well, thank you, everybody that loves me and just probably have just heard about me from Lisa, and thank you for loving Tomboy and all of my other music. You guys love it, and so this makes me excited again. It makes me excited to put out more music, and it makes me excited to perform for you guys again and get on a plane ticket out there once this is all done. So thank you to all my Indonesian fans, my new ones. I love you, and I'm not gonna let you down. I got new music coming. You guys are gonna love it. I'm excited.
Yay. So I'm a little bit curious though. If someone who listens to your music, who wants to listen to your music for the first time, instead of Tomboy, we already know the Tomboy thing. What is the song that you recommend them to listen to get to know you better? That's
Um, I would say Kick and Pushin' because
oh, the latest release, right?
yeah, it's already out. Yeah, it's on Great
Yeah.
Escape. So Kick and Pushin' is actually a record that I wrote about when I was 16 and that my parents had divorced, and that was
Oh,
very tough on me. And so I chose to live with my mom, and my mom had lost her job in the midst of that. So we were very, we were broke. We didn't have money. So it was like we almost lost our house, we almost lost our cars, like things like that. So it was like I've been in the dirt, and I just knew that I had to keep kicking and pushing. I knew that that music would eventually pull me out of the mud and help my mom, help my
right.
family, to be able to not have to worry about finances anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
I just knew I had to keep kicking and pushing. And I knew that there was going to be a light at the end of the tunnel someday. I don't know when, but you know, there is. So, I would say kick and pushing, because that's just another, I think, sensitive topic of me is
Mhm.
that I've been through a lot of heartbreaking stuff.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great recommendation because it's also encourage people to keep kicking and pushing, right?
Yeah, 100%. Anybody could be going through anything, and that song will help you. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
motivational record. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Destiny, for your time. It's been a great pleasure of mine to know you a little bit more, and I hope when you come to Indonesia, we can meet and have a chat a little bit more, so we can hang out, we can talk about Lisa, we can talk about anything.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for waking up early.